very active member of the Toastmasters for over 3 years, and he has served as past officers and now is the current club coach and encourager for 3 clubs. He has completed his Competent Communicator and Competent Leadership Awards. He lives in downtown Atlanta, Loft for over 15 years. Good to know. Some of his hobbies are photography, golf, healthy cooking. That's my theme of some of the topics as well. And spending time with friends and family, and he also is member of the Mushroom Club of Georgia, which we need to find out from you what mushroom clubs mean. At least for me, I don't know what it is. He owns and operates several businesses and has an older brother and sister. Ross is very involved with supporting homeless women and children, men, seniors, and other community services, and the founder of Ready to Go Ministries. So Ross, I think the theme today falls into exactly what you have been doing. And he really loves serving the Toastmaster Club as active member and coach and VP of membership, helping other members grow and learn, which we saw today, when Ross came in and set up everything. So today Ross will be beginning an exciting speech called Finish the Race and Cash the Check. Please, I would ask Bill to provide the objectives of his speech, and then we'll turn it over to Ross. Right.
Thank you. Ross is not speaking for any particular manual. So I think that the objective of his speech tonight is to entertain and to teach us some important lesson. We're all really looking forward to hearing from Ross, and his speech is 8 to 10 minutes.
Dear friend, welcome Ross Antonopoulos.
Thank you so much. Thank you. More encouragement, please. It's a little bit laborious getting from Atlanta to Norcross, but I was here, so please give me more encouragement, because I sure need it right now. There was a song in the 70s, you may relate to it if you're my age. I'm 50, I'm in the member of the 50 club. How many of you are a member of the 50 club? I won't embarrass you. We've got one. We got 2, see, it starts to come out. Well, y'all are doing really, really good. I know that. That's good. But I'm really excited about that. And it was a song in the 70s called, it was by Golden Earring. Did you ever hear of those people? They had a song, you're not going to believe this, and this is how it goes. I've been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel. Well, it's 4:30 and I'm shifting gears. Guess what I was doing when I heard that song 20 years ago this year, LaVonna? I was listening to that song at 4:30 going I-20 eastbound from Texas. Can you believe that? It's a true story. Well, most of it's true, but you know how it is with speeches. You can make up anything you want. But I'm coming from Houston to Atlanta not having any clue what I was going to do with my life. Have you been there before? Have you gone through a period of your time when you just said, I'm in a transition period. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I know what I'm not going to do. I left Texas to not do some things that I was doing. Like every human being, raise your hand if you're a human being and you're beating heartbeats. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I'm getting a lot of funny stares, but people will say, well, what do you do? When I'm growing up here in Atlanta or going through my journey in Atlanta, I always come back, and you can use this one again. It says, I'm doing the best I can. So turn to your neighbor and say, I do the best I can. And I operate a couple businesses here in Atlanta, and I'm excited about that. I'm an entrepreneur. In fact, I can work pretty much like you see me. I know I need I need some long pants. I need some socks. That's for another day. I can get all dressed up at church on Sunday, but it's like 90 degrees outside. I've been working all day. I knew I had a speech. I'm going like, I'm just going to chill out and have fun first. That's my motto, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. Have fun first. So turn to your neighbor and say, are you having fun yet? Maybe. So I was coming to Atlanta almost 20 years ago in November, not really knowing what I was going to do. Kind of an anxious moment in my life. I'm driving, I'm 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30. I have a shifter, I'm in my 83 BMW. I have my TV on my passenger side. Remember the old block TVs? They were about this wide? Well, that was 1993, y'all. The TVs were pretty wide back then. Some of y'all were just born at that time. And it was wide, it was wobbling. All the stuff that I ever owned and had and didn't sell in Houston was in my trunk of my car. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I was a little anxious, but a little bit excited. And I saw the buildings of Atlanta coming down I-20 past Six Flags. You know where it is. And I went, whoa, this is exciting, having no clue what was in store for me. And somehow I ended up in Marietta, Georgia. I had to go through all downtown, go through, the Grady Curve, and I ended up in Marietta off of Windy Hill. Of course, if you don't know where you're going, you don't have an excuse for being lost. So I was a little bit lost, a little bit off the bunny trail, as it were, because I lived in downtown Atlanta now. Shaquille read my intro about me being there for 15 years. But I ended up at the Bon Air Hotel. Actually, it's a motel. Have you ever been to a motel? Well, it's not the place you want to hang out for a length of time, but it was my home for 2 weeks. And I didn't have any money except for what I made in a garage sale, which my mother helped me in Houston. How many of you love garage sales? My mom loved it. We sold everything I owned. In fact, she moved to Texas when I was moving back to Georgia. Of course, my mom, she talked like this. Ross, she's a very southern woman. I love her to death, miss her so much. She said, Ross, why are you moving to Georgia when I'm just moving to Texas? It seemed like we should just cross and pass. I said, Mom, it's what I have to do. It's what I need to do. She said, that's fine, son. I'll support you in anything you do. Don't you love mothers that are like that? And so as I grew with my relationship with my mom, so did my confidence in myself. And I remember that I went and applied for jobs. I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. I'd go to restaurants. I'd just think, what am I going to do? My money's running out. I only got $1,500 to my name. I've never been that broke in my life. Never. And so I stayed at the Bon Air Hotel for a couple of weeks. My brother was in the billboard business in Augusta, Georgia. And I called him up one night and I said, Dean, Dean. Oh, no, maybe I should have done like this because this is true. Dean, I'm at the Bon Air Motel. I don't have any money. I'm running out of money. What do I do? Well, he didn't give me the answer to do the best you can, even though I was doing the best I can. He said, why don't you get into sales? I go, sell? Sell what? I mean, my personality is pretty decent. I can get in front of people. I can talk to people, look at them in the eye. And he said, why don't you do what I do? Lease billboard space to clients that need it. And I said, well, how does that work? He explained to me how it worked. I put 2 and 2 together. I went out and started making some cold calls. Have you ever made a cold call before? Hello, I'm Ross. So what? Sales can be real difficult. But I kept calling. I saw a billboard that had a phone number on it, and I knew somebody owned it, and I knew somebody down the street, like an advertiser, like a Cracker Barrel, would say, well, we need this space, so what do I do? I put the 2 and 2 together, or 1 to 1 together, and make 2. I put the person that needs it and the person that owns it together. I became, in my mind, super broker. Have you know a broker, real estate broker? That's what they do. You can buy, okay, or I can sell. You want me to buy? I can sell. I can do both. Whatever I need to do to get between the deal. Well, I remember finally, out in Conyers, somebody talked about Conyers. Way out, actually past Conyers to Covington. I was way out there, just really, really down. I was down. Saw this number on the billboard, and I called the guy, and he answered the phone. And he was a country guy too. He said, yeah, I'm looking for an advertiser. The billboard's been blank. I need a good advertiser that pays. And I'm in my car that needs some work, shutting down on me. I'm way out in Covington, and I'm staying way out in Marietta. And he said, go find me an advertiser, bring it to me, we'll do the deal. Oh. Okay. I went up and down I-20 for days looking for potential advertisers to lease this billboard. And remember one night, it was a Friday night. I had called all week long. I was so discouraged. I didn't know what I was going to do. My money was running out. I said, finally, the guy at Holiday Inn answers the phone. He was just about to leave. And in fact, he said it to me. He said, we're just about to close. Can you call another day? Oh, my no. And what did I say? I was doing this. But I needed to say no because he can't see me doing my head like that. He said, what do you have? I explained to him what I was, what I wanted to do. And he says, matter of fact, Monday morning we have a meeting and a proposal on billboards for the hotel because we under new management. Oh, yes. Yes. So I got the proposal to them. They liked my billboard most of all. Out of about the 6 they were proposed. And they said, send me a contract. I said, oh. And he says, oh, by the way, we only do 3-year deals. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. So I closed the deal, got the signature. The owner of the billboard signed the deal. He says, I faxed it to him. I was remember fax machines? Okay, some of y'all do because remember the roll-up paper? That was really old. That was like they roll up and fall on the floor. I faxed the contract. The owner did the deal. The advertiser signed it. It was 3 years, perfect retail rate. I couldn't believe I signed the deal at the last minute. Well, I didn't have any money. In fact, I think I had $10 in my billfold. I mean, I was out of money, not somewhat out of money. I was running out of money. I was broke. And so I finally got the paperwork done. The owner called and said, you would like me to meet at Waffle House? Yeah. He says, here's something I'd like for you to consider. Yes. Can I pay you a lump sum for the whole 3 years commission? I thought angels were ringing in my roof. I mean, I did. I had a vision that angels were coming to rescue me from my poverty and my discouragement. And so I met him at Waffle House. He says, I won't be able to pay you the full amount. I have to discount it for paying you a lump sum, but would you consider this multi-thousand-dollar check? I said, no problem. Well, he pays me the check. I thank him for it. I've got these thousands of dollars to my name, and I've got a car, and I have to look at the check, and I'm going, where is this bank at? I have no money. None. But I got this check for multi-thousands of dollars. And I remember finally finding out, this was before GPS, remember those days? I finally got in the direction of the bank, and guess what was happening to my car? It was running on fumes. Finished the race, cashed the check. And so I finally got it, worked it out with the teller, and I remember my heart stopped when the teller saw the check. She looked at the check and said, can you just wait a minute? Oh, I thought, oh, is something gone wrong? And I'm way out here at this bank, and my car's out of gas, and I have no money. Oh, is something wrong? She came back, she said, oh, it's been approved. Oh, great. She counted out the money. I put it in my pocket. I put it to the gas station and got a full tank of gas. I got a steak and potato dinner that night. I paid my rent, paid my electricity, just got on my knees and thanked God that, you know, if you've ever lost hope before in your life, don't lose hope. Always finish the race and cash the check. You'll be glad you did. Thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Ryan. That was a great